employers. And, so if there's anything that, maybe I didn't mention that you're curious about, feel free to reach out to me.
And do you mind giving your email and your phone one more time?
Yes, so my email is mrb370@psu.edu, and my phone number on campus is 724-430-4211.
Thank you. And as always, if you have any other questions, you can reach out to me as well, Misty Holtebeitel, mistyh@faypenn.org. Happy to help in any way we can.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for your time and for listening. We appreciate it. Melissa, thank you so much for joining me today. I much appreciate that as well.
Thank you for having me.
TJ, thanks for having us.
Always a pleasure to have you in here, ladies, and we'll see you in May.
Yes,
hard to believe, right?
Yes. It is hard to believe.
It is. And that is Raising the Region with Fay Penn. They are on the second and fourth Monday of every month at 3:15 right here on WMBS. Sunny and 76 on this Monday, and it's now time for high school baseball. We have Uniontown at Laurel Highlands coming up next here on WMBS.
It's time for another C.R. Brano Group High School Sports Day, coverage of high school baseball here on WMBS. Being brought to you by Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, Bartok Lawn Care, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Zen's Construction Warehouse, J&S Bridal, Jeff Dennis at Remax Select Realty, Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown, Montgomery Medical, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes, NovaCare Rehabilitation, the Uniontown Baseball Boosters, Home Warehouse, the C. Harperano Group, Shop and Save Walnut Hill Plaza Uniontown, Watson Mundorf LLP, Uniontown Detailing, the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, Casey Sports Cafe, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, Target Safety Solutions, the Ratcliffe Martin Law Firm, Farmana Pharmacy, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Movement Physiotherapy, M&R Transit, Ford of Uniontown, Stewart Collision, Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, and by Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation. Now stay tuned for high school baseball action here on WMBS and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
From Landman Field here at Laurel Highlands High School, it's time for high school baseball action here on WMBS and YouTube Live this afternoon as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs host the Uniontown Red Raiders. Brian Morozak along with you, Matt Sapienza behind the camera on our YouTube Live video feed, and both TJ DeStefano and Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Our pregame show, as always, being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Laurel Highlands 1-10 overall, 0-8 in Section 2 4A play. Mike Smith in his first year as the head coach of the Mustangs. Uniontown 2-10 overall. They're also 0-8 in conference play. Dennis Martin in his first year as the head coach of the Red Raiders. And one of these two schools will win their first conference game of the season this afternoon. Laurel Highlands coming off a 7-4 loss at West Mifflin on Wednesday. The Mustangs were competitive, led 4-0, but let that lead slip away, losing by 3. Uniontown was shut out in back-to-back games, 6-0 and 4-0 against Ringgold last week. In fact, the Red Raiders have been outscored 71-9 in conference games so far this season. Last year, Uniontown swept Laurel Highlands, winning both games by scores of 14-3 and 8-0. The wins by Uniontown snapped the Laurel Highlands 8-game winning streak in this series. It was Uniontown's first conference win over the Mustangs since 2017. Laurel Highlands looking for their first conference win in almost 2 years. They haven't won a conference game since 2023, also going winless in the conference last season. Of course, Uniontown had made the playoffs in 3 straight years, but both Uniontown and Laurel Highlands have already been eliminated from playoff contention this season. We'll set the batting lineup for Uniontown and the defense for Laurel Highlands when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
For 20 years, Beagley Tree of Somerset has been providing premier land management services across the region. Beagley can do it all. They offer a wide array of services, including vegetation control, right-of-way restoration, land clearing, building demolition, erosion and sediment control, access road installation, and a whole lot more. For more info, visit BeagleyTree.com. That's BeeGhly Tree.com. Or call them today at 814-444-TREE. Beagley Tree, construction support services done right.
At the Davis & Davis Law Firm, we understand that facing legal challenges can be overwhelming. That's why we are here to guide you along the way. This is attorney Michael Mays, and at Davis & Davis Law Firm, we have over 45 years of experience, and our team is dedicated to fighting for your rights and making sure you can maximize the amount of money that you deserve. If you are hurt, injured, or need help with workers' compensation, call us today for your free consultation at 724-437-2799. The Davis & Davis Law Firm, you won't pay us anything until we win your case.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus you're taking.
J&S Bridal and Prom Boutique is now open. J&S Bridal will style you for any and every event. Weddings, proms, get-togethers, from newest and trendiest to traditional styles for men, women, and young Mr. and Miss. Let J&S style you head to toe for whatever event life has planned for you. J&S Bridal and Prom Boutique on McClellantown Road in Uniontown next to Haranek. 724-550-4104. Like J&S Bridal and Prom Boutique on Facebook and Instagram. Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
Brian Morozak along with Matt Sapienza back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School, about 9 minutes away from the first pitch this afternoon. Uniontown to bat first. Let's take a look at their lineup. Leading off and playing first base, number 2, Luke Gresh. Batting second, the shortstop, number 1, Elam Martin. Batting third in center field, number 23, Braden Hinsey. In the cleanup spot, playing third base, number 26, Chandler Myers. Batting fifth and pitching, number 19, Caleb Bartok. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 3, Shane Kelly. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 34, Lucas Payton. Batting eighth in left field, number 16, Lane Smiley. And batting ninth in right field, number 6, Adam Kramer. Defensively for Laurel Highlands, they'll have Nick Crouch out in left, Connor D'Amico in center, and Aiden Milsom in right. Around the horn, Noah Lyon at third, Parker Hoff at short, Andrew Gallick at second, and Sevi Vecchiola at first. Pitching for the Mustangs, Jack Johns. Catching the freshman, Braylon Shook. We're back with the first pitch right after this. Laurel Highlands hosting Uniontown High School baseball here on WMBS.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, Jeff Dennis of RE/MAX Select Realty is your local realtor of choice. Jeff and his team are proud members of our community and have the skills, knowledge, and ability to meet your needs. Call them today at 724-933-6300, extension 903, or visit them in person at 542 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. And remember to follow Jeff Dennis' team RE/MAX Select Realty on Facebook today.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Hi, it's attorney Rob Harper from Radcliffe Martin Law. As some of you may know, I served as a public defender for 3 years and an assistant district attorney for 7 years right here in Fayette County. I'm now using that experience to represent people accused of crimes. So if you find yourself in that unfortunate situation and need someone who knows how things are done on both sides of the courtroom, give me a call and see if we can put my expertise to work for you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Place I go, home, warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Spring and home improvement season is here. Planning a home improvement project with your tax refund? Home Warehouse, once again voted best in Fayette for windows and home improvements, is the place to go for all your home exterior needs. They know how to make your house a happy home with beautiful new siding, shutters, soffit and fascia, and railing, plus windows, doors, and storm doors, roofing shingles, metal and rubber roofing, as well as flooring with pellets. And Home Warehouse also carries Whitetail Supreme deer feed and mineral blocks. So for selection, great prices, and hometown service, see Sandy and Donnie at Home Warehouse, Connellsville Street in Uniontown. Shop Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, Saturday, 8 to noon, closed Sunday and holidays.
Home, warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Prime Rozak back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School, just a couple of minutes away from getting this matchup underway between the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Uniontown Red Raiders. Captains meeting here at home plate. Uniontown in the away maroons, white numbers, gray pants. Laurel Highlands in the home whites, blue numbers, and the white pants as well. The Mustang dugout here on the near side, the Uniontown dugout out on the far side. We mentioned last year Uniontown sweeping the season series over Laurel Highlands, winning the two meetings by scores of 14-3 and 8-0. That had actually snapped a Laurel Highlands 8-game winning streak in this series prior to last year. The last Mustang win, you have to go all the way back to, or check that, the last Uniontown win, you have to go all the way back to 2017 when the Red Raiders knocked off the Mustangs in a non-conference game by a score of 4-3. We're going to pause now for the national anthem, and we'll be back with the start of this afternoon's game. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands from Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School here on WMBS.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Life sounds good with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
This is Dr. James Stewart. I know that many of you have enjoyed hearing what amounted to pure nonsense for my kids for the past few years and wondered if I even existed. Well, I do. And we at Henry and Stewart Audiology have been serving the Uniontown and surrounding communities since 1974. And better still, I've been utilizing my kids for free labor for like 3 years. Well, we do indeed have 3 locations, Uniontown, Connellsville, and Carmichael's, and strive to give our patients the very best care. What? Did I miss something?
Don't forget our phone number, which is 724-439-4380.
Cares, you are just terrible.
Oh! Oh, Daddy.
Life sounds good with Henry and Stewart Audiology.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Delarose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Just about set to go here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Uniontown Red Raiders. Again, our pitching matchup starting for the Mustangs, Jack Johns, Caleb Bartok on the mound for Uniontown. And both of these pitchers actually have pretty good ERAs. Look at John's numbers first. His 8th appearance of the season was mainly used early on in the year out of the bullpen, but has gotten a couple of starts the last few weeks for the Mustangs. An 0-2 record, worked 24 innings, given up 22 hits, 17 runs, has struck out 21 and walked 10 so far this season. And for Johns, he has a 2.62 ERA. He'll face to start this game Luke Gresh for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Gresh, the junior first baseman, batting .217, has 1 RBI so far this season. It's Gresh, Martin, and Hinsey for Uniontown here in the top half of the first inning. A great afternoon for high school baseball. 75 degrees under sunny skies on this Monday afternoon. The first game of a 2-game series between the Red Raiders and the Mustangs. And the lefty John's first pitch is bounced on a little one-hopper to short. There, Parker Hoff, high throw, but not in time over to Sevi Vecchiola, and a hop up to bring it down. If the throw was there, they would have had Gresh to have to score that E6 on the throw in there from Hoff over at short. And Uniontown with a base runner here to start the game in Luke Gresh. And that'll bring up Elam Martin, the sophomore shortstop for Uniontown. Martin batting .130 with 2 RBIs. Lefty Johns throw over to first to check Gresh, who's back to first safely with a head-first slide. So tough break there for Laurel Highlands defensively. They got the one-hopper from Gresh with a high throw, allowing Luke to get over to first safely. And now Johns will deliver the first pitch here. It's a Martin, a swing and a miss, strike one, to bring the count to 0-1. Just underway. Uniontown a runner on first, nobody out. Top half of the first inning. These two teams will play game 2 of this series tomorrow night at 7 o'clock over at Bailey Park in Uniontown. We'll have that game both on the radio and on our WMBS YouTube page. 0-1 pitch here on the way, a little low and inside, evens up the count at 1-1 now from Johns to Elam Martin. Johns pitched well against West Mifflin as well last Tuesday, but was again victimized by some defensive errors for the Mustangs in the field. The 1-1 pitch in there for a strike to take the count to 1-2. And it looked like for a while on Wednesday, Laurel Highlands was on their way to pulling an upset win over West Mifflin. The Titans came into that matchup without a conference loss. Of course, Laurel Highlands without a conference win. Laurel Highlands led 4-0 in that game, but West Mifflin came back with 7 unanswered and ended up winning the game by a score of 7-4. The 1-2 pitch missed low, now to even up the count at 2-2 from Jack Johns to Elam Martin. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way, and this ball ripped and through on the left side in between Parker Hoff and Noah Lyon in the left field. Relay coming in from Nick Crouch, and Uniontown with 2 on now and nobody out here in the top half of the first inning with Braden Hinsey coming to the plate. Hinsey, the sophomore center fielder, batting 136. Without an RBI so far this season, but an opportunity here to drive in Gresh or Martin, who are on base here for Uniontown. So the Mustangs in a little bit of early trouble here in the top half of the first inning. Now John's out of the stretch, glance back at second. First pitch on the way, and first pitch swinging here could be a double play ball. Little flip to second for one, throw over to first to turn the double play. So a great job there, Andrew Gallick to Parker Hoff to Sevi Vecchiola, goes 4-6-3. And you have Martin retired over at second, Hinsey retired over at first. Gresh advances down to third, but now 2 outs with Gresh on third and Chandler Myers coming to the plate. Myers off to a nice start this season, batting .333. Sophomore third baseman for Uniontown. Big guy as well. Certainly looks like he has some home run pop in his bat, and he'll swing and miss here at the first pitch from Jack John. So the Mustangs trying to get themselves out of a jam here in the top half of the first inning. Now 2 away and an 0-1 count here on Chandler Myers. John's 0-1 pitch, and Myers sending this to second base. Gallick, a little hesitation, and gets it over to Vecchiola to retire Myers 4-3 for the third out of the inning. So the Red Raiders end up stranding Luke Gresh over at third. So Uniontown no score in the top of the first. Laurel Highlands coming to bat when we come back here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Because Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair is concerned about our local community, Target Safety Solutions was born. Located beside the Ted Silva shop at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibration after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignment, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement, and also inspects trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features to keep their occupants safe. That's why Target Safety Solutions originated. Their state-of-the-art facility is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick Patricelli and Mike Thomas are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at Target Safety Solutions, 724-550-4403.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
Laurel Highlands coming to bat here in the bottom half of the first inning. Scoreless between the Mustangs and the Uniontown Red Raiders. Will set the Laurel Highlands lineup, leading off the shortstop, senior Parker Hoff. Batting second in right field, number 3, Aiden Milsom. Batting third, the first baseman, Sevi Vecchiola. In the cleanup spot and playing third base is Noah Lyon. Batting fifth in left field is Nick Crouch. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Nick Flesher. And on the first pitch, a little high and inside there to Parker Hoff. Batting seventh and catching, the freshman, Braylon Shoke. Batting eighth in center field, number 2, Connor D'Amico. And batting ninth and playing second base, Andrew Gallick. Next pitch, again high and inside there to Parker Hoff, taking the count to 2-0. Defensively for Uniontown, again Caleb Bartok on the mound, Connor Hebda catching. Get to the rest of their defense here in just a moment. Now the 2-0 pitch here to Parker Hoff. A called strike to take the count to 2-1. Lane Smith out in left, Braden Hinsey in center, and Adam Kramer in right around the horn. Chandler Myers playing third, Elam Martin playing short. Shane Kelly's the second baseman, and Luke Gresh playing first. Again, Bartok pitching and Hebda catching. So that one fouled off there by Hoff to take the count to 2-2. Again, Hoff, the senior shortstop, came into this game with a .226 average. Still looking for his first RBI of the season. Now the 2-2, Bartok to Hoff, and Hoff rips it. Nice little backhand there from Shane Kelly to turn the throw and the get over to first to Luke Gresh. Very impressive defensive play there from Kelly, robbing Hoff of a base hit. And one away here in the bottom of the first inning. Have to thank our graphic sponsors for this game as well. South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott, Beagley Tree of Somerset, and attorney Vincent Teaberry. So now at the plate, Aiden Milsom, the sophomore right fielder, takes the first pitch low and outside for ball one from Caleb Bartok. Milsom's done a great job in the field this season for Laurel Highlands. Had a number of fantastic catches out in right field as Bartok missed there on the 1-0 pitch to Milsom to take the count to 2-0. As the Mustangs trying to get things going here in this bottom of the first inning. Another one high and inside to Aiden to take the count to 3-0. Again, the bugaboo for Uniontown in these conference games has been scoring runs. We mentioned during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, Uniontown's been outscored 71-9 in conference games so far this season. 3-0 pitch here, and Milsom swinging, sending it high in the air to center field. This ball still going back, and another great catch. That was made by Braden Hinsey out there in center field for the second out of the inning. So credit Kelly and Hinsey. Some great defensive plays for Uniontown in the field. And now 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning with Sevi Vecchiola coming to the plate. Vecchiola homered here last Tuesday. It was a 3-run shot against West Mifflin. He's now batting .379 with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. Junior first baseman for Laurel Highlands. And he gets hit in the head there with the first pitch. Really didn't faze him much. Just take a friendly little stroll down to first. And the Mustangs now with the base runner and 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning.
Third baseman, number 7, Noah Lyon.
That'll bring up the junior third baseman, Noah Lyon, who enters this game with a .250 average and 3 runs driven in. First pitch here to Lyon, called strike, takes the count to 0-1. Gonna have to send get well wishes out to our normal cameraman for a lot of these Laurel Highlands games, Carl Childs. Could not be with us today. I have to thank Matt Sapienza for pinch hitting on late notice today for Carl. So he's behind the camera. Jason Taylor off to my left. He's the PA announcer and also the scoreboard operator, pulling a little double duty as well here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. Next pitch on the way, and this ball golf foul on the left side by Lyon. Takes the count now to 0-2. Lyon, again, entering this game with a .250 average and 3 RBIs. Pitched in relief of Nick Flesher on Wednesday on the road against West Mifflin. And now Lyon steps out of the batter's box. Again, Vecchiola on first. 2 strikes on Lyon, and that pitch well high and inside off the fastball from Bartok. Again, for Bartok, his 5th appearance of the season, has worked 16 innings, given up 19 hits, 13 runs, but only 7 of them earned, striking out 14 and walking only 6 so far this season. And his ERA 3.06. Breaking ball there, called strike 3. So Bartok sends down Lyon to end the bottom of the first inning. So we played an inning scoreless. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands High School baseball here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day on WMBS.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Hitters 5, 6, and 7 due up for Uniontown here in the top of the second inning. Caleb Bartok, Shane Kelly, and Lucas Payton facing Jack Johns, who just gave up that one single in the first inning. Was aided by a 4-6-3 double play. Misses on the first pitch, low and inside to Bartok. Bartok, the sophomore pitcher, just batting .077 so far this season with a solo RBI. Trying to turn things around here at the plate for the Red Raiders. Johns is 1-0 now to Bartok. Big time cut, swing and a miss. Evens up the count at 1-1. And Bartok opposing Johns on the mound here this afternoon. Johns, the lefty, misses low on the 1-2 to take the count now to 2-1. Our game today also on the South Union Township Sports Network, brought to you there by Smith Lewis Chess, CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis, attorneys at law. The Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. 2-1 pitch on the way. A little check swing and a called strike. The count even now at 2-2. SWGI specialist, now U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, and South Union Township supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. 2-2 pitch now on the way, and that ball nubbed. Would have been strike 3. They'll have to make the throw down to first, and will get recorded in the books as a strikeout, 2-3, as Bartok goes down for the first out of this top of the second inning, and that'll bring up Shane Kelly.
Number 3, Shane Kelly.
So Kelly, the junior for Uniontown, coming into this game with a .286 average. Kelly with 2 RBIs so far this season. Lefty John settling down, and Kelly swinging at the first pitch. Popping it up to left field. Nick Crouch getting under it, and Crouch making the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down here on the top of the second. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Lucas Payton, who's really done a nice job at the plate this season when he's been given opportunities. Batting .429, has 2 RBIs, just a sophomore. So a bright future ahead for Payton. Come to the plate here with 2 outs, and the base is empty. The first pitch swing and a miss there from Payton. And the count at 0-1. Now the 0-1 golf foul. Take the count now to 0-2. As the Mustangs defensively look for a quick top half of the second inning. Now the 0-2 pitch here just missed. Didn't miss by much. Taking the count now to 1-2. Johns to Payton. Johns a deep breath now on the mound. 1-2 pitch. And Payton hitting this on the ground to third. Throw over to first in time there. A lie to Vecchiola to retire Payton 5-3 for the third out of the inning. So Uniontown retired in order here in the top half of the second. Move to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands. CR Brada Group High School Sports Day.
At the Davis & Davis Law Firm, we understand that facing legal challenges can be overwhelming. That's why we are here to guide you along the way. This is attorney Michael Mays, and at Davis & Davis Law Firm, we have over 45 years of experience, and our team is dedicated to fighting for your rights and making sure you can maximize the amount of money that you deserve. If you are hurt, injured, or need help with workers' compensation, call us today for your free consultation at 724-437-2799. The Davis & Davis Law Firm, you won't pay us anything until we win your case.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Moving down to the bottom of the second inning, Nick Crouch, Nick Flesher, and Braylon Shoke due up for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Hitters 5, 6, and 7. The left fielder Crouch to lead things off. Takes the first pitch low and outside for ball one from Caleb Bartok. Crouch, the sophomore left fielder, coming into the game with a 194 average and 3 RBIs. Now Bartok a long look in here. 1-0 pitch to Crouch. Misses high. Takes the count now to 2-0. The Mustangs just one base runner in the bottom of the first inning was Sevi Vecchiola, who was hit by a pitch. Mustangs couldn't get him around. The next pitch misses high and inside. Count should be 2-1. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Misses. Actually, that was ball 4. Inside there to Crouch. So he reaches base safely. They're having some scoreboard issues here at Landman Field, so the umpires were trying to talk to us up here. Just making sure everything was operational, and it's not with the scoreboard. So we'll move on. Now showing bunt, pulling back there was Flesher. Caught in a rundown is Crouch. The throw over to second and now back to first. Nick now trying to head back to second again on another little flip down, and a tag made as Crouch retired. Just getting caught up there between first and second. Good job from Uniontown defensively
Number 6, Nick Flesher.
to get Crouch in between first and second. Now Nick Flesher at the plate, the DH this afternoon. Trying to get things going. The senior taking the first pitch for a strike at 0-1. The freshman Braylon Shoke due up behind Flesher. High school baseball season winding down. Next week will actually be the final week of the regular season. Hard to believe the high school baseball season is kind of done almost as soon as it starts. It's been quick. They'll start the playoffs in mid-May, and then the WPIAL championship games will be held right after Memorial Day down at Wild Things Field as Flesher fouls off one there to take the count to 1-2. And it's been a while since both Uniontown and Laurel Highlands were on the sidelines for the WPIAL playoffs. Just swing and a miss, strike 3 as down goes Flesher for the second out of the inning. I think you have to go back to 2016, the last time both teams were not in the playoffs. Uniontown again had made it in 3 straight years, and Laurel Highlands had an impressive streak going from 2018 through 2022 being in the playoffs. In fact, 2017, the last time that both teams were out. Laurel Highlands went 9-10 and missed the playoffs. Uniontown also missed out in the postseason in 2017. They actually finished in a 3-way tie for 4th place, but lost the tiebreaker. They thought they might be headed to the postseason in 2017. Count now even at 1-1 here to the freshman Show, because now we operate with 2 outs in a scoreless game in the bottom of the second inning. And again, a lot of underclassmen on both of these teams. That pitch misses high and inside. Take the count now to 2-1. So brighter days certainly ahead for both of these baseball programs, and each with a first-year head coach, Mike Smith, Laurel Highlands assistant athletic director in his first year as the head coach of the Mustangs. Ashoka, big cut there coming up empty, and Dennis Martin, who had previously served as an assistant under Kenny Musco, now in his first year coaching the Red Raiders. So Bartok now with a 2-2 count here on the freshman Shoke, a breaking ball, and Braylon stays alive, fouling it off. Braylon came into the game with a 147 average and a solo RBI so far this season. Count now even here at 2-2. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Still looking for the game's first run. Bartok ready now at the 2-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3. And down goes Shoke. So for Bartok, already his third strikeout. Has back-to-back strikeouts down this bottom of the second inning, sending down Flesher and Shoke. So we played 2 scoreless innings here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. Move to the top of the third here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
At Farmana Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. You're a part of a pharmacy that is focused on your health. That's why Farmana Pharmacy focuses on just prescriptions. Pharmacists Jim Capuzzi and Cheryl Goodwin take the time to listen, answer your questions, and guide you to better health. To sign up as a patient, visit farmanapharmacy.com or phone 724-626-9600. Farmana Pharmacy, where prescription care comes first.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. Looks like, for whatever reason, we have a new right fielder for the Mustangs, Cade Censure, where Aiden Milsom was playing out in right. Not sure what happened there. Maybe Milsom might have got injured on his last at-bat. But Censure now in right. So a defensive change there for Laurel Highlands. So Uniontown coming to bat here in the top of the third with Lane Smiley, Adam Kramer, and Luke Gresh due up. Hitters 8, 9, and 1. And the first pitch to Smiley fouled off for strike 1. Smiley, the sophomore left fielder, came into the game batting .095 with an RBI. Lefty versus lefty matchup here. We haven't got any indication as far as what happened to Milsom. Try to check on that in between innings. Smiley, big time cut there, coming up empty. Moves the count now to 0-2. Now the lefty Johns with the 0-2 pitch. This ball popped up, but in foul territory, so the count remains 0-2. Both pitchers have pitched well here early on, Bartok and Johns. We talked about how despite their team struggling so far this year, Johns and Bartok certainly have done a nice job with individual performances on the mound so far this season as that ball fouled off by Smiley. Count remains 0-2. Now John's the look into Braylon Shoke. 0-2 again here to Smiley. Pitch misses high and outside. Takes the count to 1-2. Again, tomorrow for Game 2 of this series, both on the radio and on YouTube Live, or on the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6:45. First pitch set for 7 o'clock. Breaking ball there, and a swing and a miss from Smiley, and that's strike 3. So one away here in the top of the third with Adam Kramer now coming to the plate.
Adam Kramer.
Kramer batting .083. Sophomore right fielder. That was the second strikeout of the game for John so far. I'll try to settle down and set down Kramer here. First pitch misses up high for ball 1. Uniontown had 2 base runners in the top of the first. Luke Gresh got on via an error, and Elam Martin singled, but Braden Hinsey hit into a 4-6-3 double play. Another ball fouled off there by Kramer. And after Martin's single, Johns has retired 6 straight Uniontown batters, trying to make it 7 here with Adam Kramer. Counts 1-1. There's a breaking ball, just nubbed foul, taking the count now to 1-2. You'd expect the Mustangs to throw Nick Flesher again tomorrow for game 2 of this series. And again, Noah Lyon available, probably is the Mustangs' top option in relief, both today and tomorrow. That ball hit on the ground to short. Throw from Hoff over to first, this time on the mark to Sevi Vecchiola to retire Kramer 6-3 for the second out of the inning. And now back to the top of the order, and Luke Gresh. So a couple of changes here as well that Jason Taylor's let me know about here. You have Brody Kutchman now playing third. Lyon was in the lineup to start the game for the Mustangs. You said Lyon's in left field, Jason? So Noah Lyon now in left field where Nick Crouch was at. And we'll see when the Mustangs come to bat what other changes we might have. I have to wonder if an injury out there caused the multiple changes early on. And there's a swing and a miss from Luke Gresh. 2 strikes now on Gresh, 0-2 count. Here Johns to Gresh, 2 away. Base is empty. This game's still scoreless between Uniontown and Laurel Highlands as we work here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Johns' 0-2 pitch here to Gresh, and Gresh hits this one on a line right to center field. Catch made there by Connor D'Amico for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the 2nd straight inning, Uniontown retired 1-2-3. We'll move to the bottom of the 3rd. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands scoreless here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans put you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458. 729.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School, this game scoreless now, moving to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Mustangs with Connor D'Amico, Andrew Gallick, and Parker Hoff due up. And we asked Laurel Highlands head coach Mike Smith about what precipitated some of the changes. You get a ground ball here to 3rd, and that throw not in time there from Martin over to Gresh. It was close. We'll give D'Amico an infield single. And Laurel Highlands a base runner here to start the bottom of the 3rd inning. But we talked to Laurel Highlands head coach Mike Smith in between innings, asked him about the changes. He said, well, I just wanted to. Really can't be much more direct than that. Said no real reason precipitated any of the changes. No injuries out there or anything. Just really a coach's decision. And 2 of the guys that appear to be out right now, Milsom in right and Crouch in left. And, of course, remember, Crouch was picked off in the 2nd inning. It's our internal thoughts up here, or maybe that might have precipitated something. We didn't see anything that really Milsom did to really warrant getting pulled out of the game. But Mike Smith's the head coach. He can do whatever he wants. So now Andrew Gallick at the plate. D'Amico on first. Gallic showing, but a nice bunt laid down. Just dies on that high infield grass. And the throw, a nice little save made there by Uniontown's Luke Gresh to prevent that ball from going into right field. So we'll give Andrew Gallic an infield bunt single. And back-to-back hits here for Laurel Highlands. So 2 on, nobody out. Now the 2 infield hits here for the Mustangs. In fact, their first 2 hits of the game, and now Parker Hoff at the plate. Hoff grounded out 4-3 first time up. He'll show bunt, pull it back, pitch in there for a strike, but the Mustang runners hold their position. They count at 0-1. And we'll have to guess the rest of the lineup here for the Mustangs. Again, Hoff now batting in the leadoff spot. Milsom due up next. Censure likely coming to bat, depending on how the Mustangs move things around. And there's a little one-hop bunt going back to the pitcher. Bartok, a little juggle, and he has no play on it. So that looks like E1 as that ball was juggled there by Bartok, and the base is now loaded with Brody Kutchman coming to the plate. Saw him and his dad at a local chicken joint outside of West Mifflin High School after the game on Wednesday night. Kutchman an opportunity here. The Laurel Highlands on the scoreboard first. And he'll take the first pitch for ball 1. Kutchman coming into this game with a .250 average and 3 RBIs so far this season. Bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the third, and Kutchman popping this one up. It'll be an infield fly rule. It'll be the shortstop, Martin, making the catch for the first out of the inning. And I'll bring up Sevi Vecchiola. Vecchiola was hit by a pitch last time up. Came into the game with a .379 average, 3 homers and 9 RBIs. Again, we mentioned earlier, he homered here in the 6th inning last Tuesday at home against West Mifflin. Bartok getting ready here for the first pitch to Vecchiola. It's a fastball, misses high for ball 1. Again, the inning started with the infield single from Connor D'Amico. Andrew Gallic, an infield bunt single. Parker Hoff on via an air, and then Brody Kutchman popping up for the inning's first outs. Next pitch on the way, misses low. Scoreboard actually went out there, Jason. As Vecchiola tries to get something going here at the plate for Laurel Highlands. A 2-0 count. Bartok clean look over at D'Amico over a third. 2-0 pitch, and this one popped up into shallow right. Charging and hanging on there from right field was Adam Kramer. No tag there for the Mustangs. That was pretty dangerous. Kramer almost collided there with Shane Kelly. But Kramer making the catch for the second out of the inning, and Uniontown defensively trying to get out of a huge jam. Here in the bottom of the third with the bases loaded. And this game still scoreless now with Noah Lyon coming to the plate. Lyon now playing in left field. First pitch to Noah up top for ball 1. Again, nowhere to put Lyon with the bases loaded if you're Caleb Bartok. Lyon struck out looking first time up. Bartok taking his time here. 0-1 pitch, high and inside, now 2-0 to Noah Lyon. Gonna have to thank our graphic sponsors today. South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott, Beagley Tree of Somerset, and attorney Vincent Teaberry. 2-0 pitch now. Bartok to Lyon. Was he hit? Yes, he was. So that'll be an RBI hit by pitch for Noah Lyon. His 4th RBI of the season and a run scored for Connor D'Amico. And Laurel Highlands on the scoreboard first. Now leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. And now Cage Censure coming to the plate. batting in the spot that was previously occupied by Nick Crouch. Remember, Crouch walked back in the second inning and then was picked off. So for Censure, he's just a freshman batting 143, looking for his first RBI of the season. Censure, the 7th Mustang to bat here in this bottom of the third. A little delay here as Uniontown's infield comes together here to discuss some strategy as the Mustangs continue to operate here with the bases loaded. Now Censure at the plate. 2 outs here in the inning. First pitch to Cage, fouled off. Counted 0-1. Nick Flesher due up behind Censure in the Mustang batting order. Again, taking his time here is Bartok. Now he'll step off. We saw a lot of this Wednesday night in the Mustang game against West Mifflin. A lot of mind games played between those two schools in a tight game. The Titans ended up knocking off the Mustangs 7-4, rallying back with 7 unanswered runs. Now Censure steps out of the batter's box. Now we're back going again as Censure fouls it off, and he'll have 2 strikes on. 1 run already across, an RBI hit by pitch for Noah Lyon, and a run scored for Connor D'Amico. 2 strikes now on Cade Censure. Pitch on the way, a breaking ball. Censure just a little half swing there and lines out to the second baseman, Shane Kelly, for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Mustangs leave the bases loaded, but do pick up a run, and it's 1-0 Mustangs over the Red Raiders after 3 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Go to 440 Uniontown and trade me this.
John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Dominic, let's get these listeners the big news. We are happy to announce that Ford is offering employee pricing for everybody. That's right, you pay what a Ford employee pays and not a penny more. From America, for America.
Hey, John, does a customer still get the incentives on the vehicle?
Dominic, they absolutely do. Any additional incentives on that vehicle are passed directly to the consumer.
Now, that is a heck of a deal, and I'm glad we have a wide selection of new units on the ground and ready for delivery. John, speaking of inventory, we have over 60 pre-owned vehicles, and they are looking for some new owners. Most are certified with great rates and factory warranty.
Just a reminder, we still offer online maintenance appointments, mobile service, and our very popular pickup and delivery service. Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, or check us out at 40uniontown.com. Employee pricing excluded on 2025 Super Duty, 2025 Expedition, and any specialty vehicles.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Delarose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
Hitters 2, 3, and 4 due up for Uniontown here in the top of the 4th inning. Elam Martin, Braden Hinsey, and Chandler Myers. And the first pitch in for a strike to Martin, who singled back in the first inning. In fact, Martin has Uniontown's lone hit of the game so far this afternoon. Johns' 0-1 pitch, a little one-hopper there to even up the count now at 1-1. Martin came into the game with a 130 average and 2 RBIs. Johns the lefty, another deep breath, 1-1 pitch here to Martin. Pitch misses low again. Take the count now to 2-1. Again, Laurel Highlands taking a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd. After loading up the bases, Noah Lyon hit by a pitch, driving in Connor D'Amico. Count here, 2-1. Johns to Martin. Leadoff batter for Uniontown here in the top of the 4th. 2-1 pitch on the way. Another low pitch there from Johns, taking the count now to 3-1. Again, the final series of the year conference-wise for both Laurel Highlands and Uniontown will be Next week, the Mustangs will take on Ringgold. Monday's game will be here at home, final home game of the regular season. They'll play their final conference game on the road at Ringgold on Tuesday, as that pitch finds the strike zone. 2 strikes now on Elam Martin. Uniontown will play their final conference series against Elizabeth Forward next week. Monday down at EF. Tuesday at Bailey Park as that ball drops in for a hit for Elam Martin. So Martin now 2 for 2 today for Uniontown. And the Red Raiders have a base runner here with nobody out. Down 1-0 in the top of the 4th inning. And Braden Hinsey, the sophomore center fielder, now comes to the plate. Batting 136. He hit into a 4-6-3 double play first time up. Takes the first pitch here low for ball 1. For Uniontown next week, both of their games under the lights. Elizabeth Forward, a week ago Saturday, held a ribbon cutting for their brand new baseball field. It's called Boston Park down in Elizabethboro. Have an AstroTurf infield. Lights actually looks pretty impressive for some of the photos I saw online. So we'll try to make a trip down there next year for either a Laurel Highlands or Uniontown game down at EF. Now time called as Laurel Highlands head coach Mike Smith will come out and have a chat here with pitcher Jack Johns. Mustangs up 1-0, nobody out. Uniontown with Elam Martin on first as we operate here in the top half of the 4th inning. Now Coach Smith done with his little talk there with Jack Johns, goes back into the dugout. Johns gets ready for his next pitch here to Braden Hinsey. Boy, the Mustang defense love another 4-6-3 double play here from Hinsey. Of course, Elizabeth Forward, we mentioned the Warriors. They've been one of the top dogs in the conference along with Bell Vernon and West Mifflin all season. And this ball getting past the outstretched glove of Andrew Gallick. It was close to a possible 4-6-3 double play. Gallick able to knock it down. Ball goes into center field and back-to-back hits here for Uniontown in the top half of the 4th inning now with Chandler Myers coming to the plate. Myers grounded out 4-3 to end the top half of the 1st. By the way, that single from Martin ended a streak of 8 straight Red Raiders were retired in this game by Johns. Now Johns' first pitch here to Myers. Misses for ball 1. An opportunity here for Uniontown after getting shut out in both conference games last week against Ringgold to pick up a hit here in the inning. Get a ground ball here. Gallick the flip to second. And they're going to say the runner was out at second. They're going to call Hinsey out. So it goes a fielder's choice as Hoff losing the ball there on the little exchange. So go fielder's choice 4-6. Now runners on the corners and 1 out here in the inning. But that could have been another double play ball for sure in that situation. But Myers now safe at first. You've Martin down to third. And the pitcher's spot here with Caleb Bartok now at the plate. John's out of the stretch now, steps off. Jack, another glance over at first. Pitch on the way. That's a called strike. Nice breaking ball there from Jack Johns. As we said, really can't ask for a better day for high school baseball. Sunny skies, 75 degrees. We'll have to dodge a couple of thunderstorms tomorrow for game 2 of this series as that ball hit into the Uniontown dugout. Everyone getting out of the way safely there. Count now 0-2 from Johns to Bartok. Again, 1 out here in the inning. Runners on first and third, but Laurel Highlands lead Uniontown 1-0. Bartok at the plate. He struck out swinging first time up. Two-strike pitch here, and Bartok sends it on the ground to short. Flip to second for one. Throw over to first. That's in time. Goes as a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. The second double play, the Mustangs have turned defensively here in this game, and it keeps Uniontown off the scoreboard. So we're halfway home. We'll move to the bottom of the fourth. Laurel Highlands still leading Uniontown 1-0 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Moving out of the bottom of the fourth inning, 1-0. Laurel Highlands leading Uniontown. Nick Flesher, Braylon Shoke, and Connor D'Amico due up for the Mustangs. Get our game also on the South Union Township Sports Network, brought to you there by Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and insurance agent David Hughes. SWGI Specials, now U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns. United Bank and South Union Township Supervisors Rick Fernan, Jason Scott, and Bob Schiffbauer. I'm Brian Morozak. Matt Sapienza behind the camera, filling in for Carl Childs. Going to get well wishes go out to Carl. Hope to see him back at the ballpark tomorrow night. First pitch on the way, but a bit high there to Nick Flesher, 1-0 from the Uniontown pitcher Caleb Bartok. Laurel Highlands sent 7 men to the plate in the third inning, loaded up the bases, just got one run across. Another pitch missing there to Flesher to take the count to 2-0. Noah Lyon hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, driving in Connor D'Amico. The only run we've had so far this afternoon. Now the 2-0 on the way, and this ball popped foul by Flesher. Nick will go back into the batter's box, counting out 2-1. Flesher struck out swinging, first time up back in the second inning. Bartok now at the 2-1 to Flesher. Flesher nubs that one foul to take the count now to 2-2. A final home game for Laurel Highlands here next Monday against Ringgold. That game will air on the WMBS YouTube page exclusively. 2-2 pitch on the way, breaking ball high and inside. It's like a mini knuckleball from Caleb Bartok. Count now full of 3-2. Flesher set to go. Payoff pitch, a fastball, and Flesher sends this one high in the air to center field. Getting under it as Braden Hinsey makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So Flesher retired. That'll bring up Braylon Shoke, the freshman catcher, like Flesher, a strikeout victim of Bartok's back in the second inning. Bartok back on the mound. The freshman Shoke has done a nice job earning innings this year. Takes the first pitch low for ball one. Connor D'Amico due out behind Shoke. Shoke back in the batter's box. 0-1 pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. Now 0-2 to Braylon Shoke. Bartok, 3 strikeouts so far this afternoon. Looking for number 4 right here. 0-2 pitch, fastball, called strike 3. That's just a second strike. Counts 1-2, correction, 1-2. And we missed one of the first pitch down there as well. Now it's 1-2 now to Shoke. And that pitch is missing. So now we should be even at 2-2. And we have to stay on our toes here this afternoon with the scoreboard not working. Makes our job a little bit tougher up here in the press box. Count now 2-2. Bartok to Shoke. And Shoke sends this high in the air to left. Moving over towards the line and making the catch there is Lane Smiley for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down now with Connor D'Amico coming to the plate. Again, D'Amico, an infield single back in the third inning, scored the game's only run. Driven in after Noah Lyon was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. So the base is empty, 2 outs, 1-0. Mustangs over the Red Raiders. First pitch swinging here. And this one, a line drive to center. Easy catch there for Braden Hinsey. So 1-2-3, bottom half of the fourth inning. We've played 4 here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs lead the Red Raiders 1-0, moving to the top of the 5th on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Are you looking for personalized health care you can trust? At Montgomery Medical, they're accepting new patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Thomas. Having a primary care provider means better overall health, from preventative care to managing chronic conditions. We're here to support you every step of the way. That's right. Hi, I'm Jenna Lipska, a physician assistant. Plus, we have same-day appointments and walk-in same-day care available, too. We're here for you.
Join the Montgomery Medical family today by calling 724-569-8100 to schedule your appointment. A family tradition of family medicine.
At Farmana Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. You're a part of a pharmacy that is focused on your health. That's why Farmana Pharmacy focuses on just prescriptions. Pharmacists Jim Capuzzi and Cheryl Goodwin take the time to listen, answer your questions, and guide you to better health. To sign up as a patient, visit farmanapharmacy.com or phone 724-626-9600. Farmana Pharmacy, where prescription care comes first. Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans put you in charge of your dream home project with all of the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Moving down to the top of the 5th here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs a 1-0 lead over the Uniontown Red Raiders. Uniontown with hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up. Shane Kelly, Lucas Payton, and Lane Smiley. Uniontown 2 hits in that top of the 4th inning. But Caleb Bartok hit into a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning with Elam Martin down at third base. Martin's run would have tied the game. Jack Johns got the start, still on the mound, pitching well for the Mustangs here this afternoon. First pitch here to Shane Kelly. Swing and a miss from Kelly. Like a slider there from Johns, counted 0-1. Kelly came into the game with a .286 average and 2 RBIs, flew out to left field. And at the time, it was occupied by Nick Crouch back in the second inning during his last at-bat. Noah Lyon now playing left for the Mustangs, and that pitch misses low and inside, even up the count now at 1-1. Johns didn't like the first sign that time from Braylon Shoke. Now gets the second. He's set to go. 1-1 pitch here on the way. And this ball belted into deep left center field. It'll be the center fielder, Connor D'Amico, getting under it to make the catch for the first out of the inning. So Kelly retired for the second time in this game. Now Lucas Payton will come to the plate. Payton grounded out 5-3 to end the top of the second inning. Sophomore designated hitter, again, has done a nice job at the plate this season with a .429 average and 2 RBIs. Comes to the plate here with the bases empty. His team down 1-0 and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And Peyton will take the first pitch, low and outside for ball 1. And certainly a rebuilding year for both the Mustangs and the Red Raiders. One of these schools will pick up their first conference win of the season here today as Peyton takes another pitch low and outside there from Johns. Count now moves to 2-0. Now John set with the 2-0 pitch. That pitch is also missing to take us to 3-0. Of course, both of these programs, again, we mentioned Young trying to build some momentum moving into next year. Can also help some of these kids out during the summer as well, as a lot of them will be playing Legion ball, some even together, as that high fly ball to left caught there by Noah Lyon for the second out of the inning. As Peyton retired, and now Lane Smiley coming to the plate. Smiley struck out swinging first time up in the 3rd inning. Smiley, one of 2 strikeout victims of John so far in this game, lefty versus lefty matchup. Sophomore left fielder Smiley came into the game with an .095 average and 1 RBI. He'll take the first pitch here for ball 1. Looked like, from our perspective, came close to hitting him. A little time. Here's one of the balls still back there behind the backstop. Again, game 2 of this series coming your way tomorrow, 6:45, Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, both on the radio and on YouTube Live. I'll be there in some capacity, whether behind the camera or on the air. Again, our staff has not been finalized for tomorrow. Again, Carl Childs, our normal cameraman for a lot of these Mustang games, under the weather. Hope to have Carl back tomorrow. If Carl is not here tomorrow, I'll be behind the camera, and Tony Hanola and Gary Frankhauser will have the call for Game 2 of our doubleheader. If Carl's here, then Gary will join me on the air for Game 2 of this series tomorrow night at Bailey Park. Next pitch to Smiley, and this ball chopped to first, making the play. 3 unassisted Vecchiola for the 3rd out of the inning. So now Johns has retired 5 straight Uniontown Red Raiders. Red Raiders go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 5th. Still 1-0 Mustangs over the Red Raiders as we move to the bottom of the 5th here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County. Whether you're buying or selling a home, Jeff Dennis of RE/MAX Select Realty is your local realtor of choice. Jeff and his team are proud members of our community and have the skills, knowledge, and ability to meet your needs. Call them today at 724-933-6300, extension 903, or visit them in person at 542 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. And remember to follow Jeff Dennis' team RE/MAX Select Realty on Facebook today.
As we come back, leadoff hitter Andrew Gallick, ground ball to short. Martin makes a throw over to Luke Gresh at first, and Gallick, just like that, retired 6-3, swinging at the first pitch here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Laurel Highlands continues to lead Uniontown 1-0, and the Mustangs back to the top of the order, and Parker Hoff. Both teams starting pitchers still on the mound for their respective teams, and a nice breaking ball there from Bartok. Swing and a miss there from Hoff. And the count at 0-1. Hoff grounded out 4-3 back in the first, reached via an error in the 3rd. Bartok now ready with the 0-1 to Parker Hoff. Another breaking ball and another called strike. Count now 0-2. Brody Kutchman scheduled up next for the Mustangs. 0-2 pitch on the way, misses high. Count now 1-2. Again, that second spot in the order, originally occupied by Aiden Milsom, and Jason Taylor and I were actually talking in between innings. We were wondering why Milsom and Crouch were possibly pulled from the game as that pitch misses low and outside there to Hoff, and we were trying to think what Milsom might have done. He did swing at a 3-0 pitch on a fly ball out to Braden Hinsey. Maybe one of the reasons he was pulled. We mentioned Nick Crouch was picked off between first and second, and a well-hit ball there from Parker Hoff. And that ball, did it go over the wall? Yes, it did go over the wall, and Parker Hoff making sure he tagged first. Touch them all. The Mustangs with a solo home run from Parker Hoff, his first of the season, giving Laurel Highlands now a 2-0 lead. So a big shot there from Parker Hoff.
That is Parker Hoff's first home run of the season.
And Laurel Highlands now leading 2-0.
Red Raiders 0.
So a little insurance there for the Mustangs. Now up 2-0. With Brody Kutchman now at the plate. First pitch missed low and outside for ball one. Kutchman back in the batter's box. A little hesitation there. Pitch missed outside. Now 2-0. So again, the Mustangs scoring their 2 runs in this game. The first when Noah Lyon was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, scoring Connor D'Amico. Another pitch missing high there to Kutchman. And the most recently, a solo home run from Parker Hoff. That's where we sit right now, 2-0 Mustangs over the Red Raiders, working here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Was time called there? Was not. Pitching there for a strike. Count now 3-1. Kutchman may be learning there from Milsom's mistake earlier, taking on a 3-0 pitch. Now the 3-1, Kutchman foul tipped it. Count now full at 3-2. Sevi Vecchiola due up behind Kutchman. This will be the payoff pitch. Bartok to Kutchman, and Kutchman swing and a miss, strike 3. So Kutchman, who was ahead 3-0 in the count, strikes out for Bartok now. Add him up, that's his 4th strikeout this afternoon. That'll bring up Sevi Vecchiola. 2 outs here in the inning. Bottom of the 5th. The Mustangs extending their lead to 2-0 over Uniontown. Sevi Vecchiola, a little one-hopper, actually went off the mask of the home plate umpire. They count at 1-0. He'll shake that one off, maybe give him a minute there to regroup. And once a moment, we'll tell you this game also on the South Union Township Sports Network, brought to you there by Smith Lewis Chess, CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI specialist, now U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, and South Union Township supervisors Rick Fern and Jason Scott, and Bob Schiffbauer. So now 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning, a 2-0 lead for Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. I believe the count's 3-0 here to Sevi Vecchiola. And the scoreboards have been a little funky here this afternoon. Next pitch to Vecchiola, high and inside. Now it's 3-0. .30 pitch. That's a called strike. 3-1. Now to Vecchiola. Now the 3-1 pitch, high and inside for ball 4. So the walk issued to Vecchiola. So a base runner now for Laurel Highlands with 2 outs here in the inning. And Noah Lyon coming to the plate. Lyon struck out looking back in the first. Picked up an RBI as he was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the third. 2-0, Laurel Highlands leads it. First pitch here to Lyon. First pitch swinging. And a little backhander there from Martin over at short. Tough play. Throw went wide. Rounding third. Now holding up down at third is Vecchiola. And we'll give Lyon an infield single there. That was a heck of a play just to glove that one down from Martin. Can't really fault him on the wide throw by any means. And the Mustangs now with runners on the corners and 2 outs with Cade Sencher coming to the plate. Sencher popped up to Shane Kelly at second base during his only plate appearance of the game to end the third inning. Nick Crouch in his spot walked and was caught stealing. Actually picked off back in the second inning and now caught in a little rundown here. Mustangs maybe trying to pull Vecchiola off a third and get him home. I think that was the design play there, with Lyon trying to get himself in a rundown to possibly score another run. With Sencher at the plate. See if they try that again. And you'd have to think if Lyon goes down to second, they're not going to make a throw in that direction. He's going to run. Sencher taking all the way, and they'll give him second base. And Sencher wasn't even thinking about swinging it at it either. So now 2 in scoring position. Mustangs up 2-0. Bottom of the 5th inning. Again, we play 7 here in high school baseball. Pitch on the way to Sencher, and this ball lined and caught by the shortstop Elam Martin for the third out of the inning. But the Mustangs tack on another run on the solo home run from Parker Hoff. We've played 5 here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. 2-0 lead for the Mustangs over the Uniontown Red Raiders here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans put you in charge of your dream home project with all of the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458. 729.
For 20 years, Beagley Tree of Somerset has been providing premier land management services across the region. Beagley can do it all. They offer a wide array of services, including vegetation control, right-of-way restoration, land clearing, building demolition, erosion and sediment control, access road installation, and a whole lot more. For more info, visit BeagleyTree.com. That's BeeGhly Tree.com. Or call them today at 814-444-TREE. Beagley Tree, construction support services done right.
We're in the top of the 6th inning now. A 2-0 lead for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs over the Uniontown Red Raiders. Uniontown with hitters 9-1-2. Due up here in the top of the 6th. And 1 strike already on Adam Kramer. The leadoff hitter, the right fielder, grounded out 6-3. First time up. Kramer attempting to bunt on that last pitch from Jack Johns. Johns out of the stretch. 0-1 pitch here, and this ball hit high in the air to shallow left. Moving over and making the catch, the shortstop Parker Hoff for the first out of the inning. That was a play there kind of in between the triangle of Hoff, Kutchman, and Lyon. But Hoff calling everybody off there to make the catch. And one away here in the top half of the 6th. Now the top of the order due up here for Uniontown and Luke Gresh. Gresh got on via an error first time up in the first inning, then flew out to Connor D'Amico in center field in the third. John's first pitch here to Gresh. Gresh first pitch swinging. One hopper to Hoff again. Throw over to first a little low. Was it dug out? Yes, it was by Sevi Vecchiola. So Vecchiola doing a good job there off a tough throw from Hoff to retire Gresh 6-3 for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down here for Uniontown. In the top of the sixth, Laurel Highlands leading at 2-0. And now Elam Martin, who's 2 for 2 today, coming to the plate, certainly helping his average. The sophomore shortstop came in batting 130. That average will rise in a hurry with 2 hits here. And this one down the right field line, just foul. And the count 0-1. That could have been extra bases there for Martin. And Brian Morozak with Matt Sapienza filling in for Carl Childs behind the camera this afternoon. Jason Taylor to my left attempting to run the scoreboard along with doing some public address announcing tonight. And that ball hit right back at Johns. Race to the bag. And now Johns will just flip it over to Sevi Vecchiola to retire Martin 1-3 for the third out of the innings. So Uniontown retired in order. 1-2-3 here in the top of the sixth. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Still 2-0 Laurel Highlands over Uniontown here on the C. Arparado Group High School Sports Day.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim
The
Witt.
UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Moving now to the bottom of the sixth inning, Laurel Highlands will have Nick Flesher, Braylon Shoke, and Connor D'Amico due up. Hitters 6, 7, and 8. Mustangs looking for a little insurance here. Uniontown, in their last crack at things, will have the meat of their order up. Hinsey, Myers, and Bartok in the top of the seventh inning. First pitch here called strike to Nick Flesher. Flesher 0 for 2 so far this afternoon. Struck out swinging back in the second inning and flew out to center field back in the fourth. 0-1 pitch here, and Flesher fouls it off. Count now 0-2. And Laurel Highlands leading 2-0, looking for their first conference win in almost 2 years. Now time called. Back in the batter's box, Flesher again. And takes that pitch for strike 3. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Then I'll bring up Braylon Shoke. Shoke also 0 for 2 today. You're seeing plenty of him in future years. Just a freshman. Fouls off the first pitch. Counted 0-1. Both pitchers have gone the entire way so far. Bartok for Uniontown. Johns for Laurel Highlands. Shoke a swing and a miss there. 2 strikes now on Braylon Shoke. They mentioned the last time Laurel Highlands won a conference game was actually over Uniontown, May 6th of 2023. That pitch misses high and outside, takes the count to 1-2. Mustangs end up losing in the first round of the playoffs in 2023 to Indiana and at Greater Latrobe High School 12-4, but won their conference finale 8-2 against Uniontown on May 6th, almost 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years next week. The Laurel Highlands last won a conference game. Another one fouled off there by Shoke. Stays alive with a count at 1-2. 1 out as we work here in the bottom of the 6th. And Shoke a swing and a miss, and he goes down. So Bartok still strong here in the later innings. He's now struck out 6 in this game. And Connor D'Amico now coming to the plate. D'Amico 1 for 2 with a run scored. Senior center fielder will play his final home game in a Mustang uniform next Monday against Ringgold. And he scored the game's first run today. Sends this one on the ground, and it goes right up the middle in a center field. Would have been a tough play there for either Martin or Kelly. So we'll give D'Amico a single. And the Mustangs a base runner with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, leading 2-0. Now Andrew Gallick coming to the plate. Gallick 1 for 2 today. Infield bunt single back in the 3rd. Grounded out 6-3 in the 5th. Comes to the plate here with D'Amico on first and 2 outs and his team up 2. Throw over to first. Head first slide back safely from D'Amico. This game, knock on wood, moving right along. Only an hour and 18 minutes into it. And we're here in the bottom of the 6th. Another throw over to first. We'll probably get 15 straight throwovers to first after I said that. Right, Jason? Way it usually works. See if Bartok delivers here. Another throw over to first. We're at, what, 3 now, Jason? See if we get 12 more in a row. Bartok will go over his shoulder. That's 4 in a row. Now time called. Miko slow in getting up. And now a pitch towards the plate. A swing and a miss from Gallick. As Bartok, has really pitched well with another throw over to first. Actually hit off the bottom side there of D'Amico, deflecting wide. So Gallick set to go again. Next pitch on the way, and Gallick a line drive hit here for Laurel Highlands. Bouncing in front of Lane Smiley, the left fielder. So back-to-back hits for Laurel Highlands here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 on, 2 outs. The top of the order, Parker Hoff coming to the plate. Remember, Hoff with that solo home run to left center field last time up. This is fourth plate appearance of the game. Grounded out 4-3 back in the first, reached via an error in the 3rd. And that home run last time up in the 5th, first pitch to him here, fouled off. They counted 0-1. And another reminder, these two teams meeting again tomorrow at Bailey Park, 7 o'clock first pitch. 6:45 Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show on our WMBS digital platforms and on the radio as well. And Hoff popping up another one foul. So 2 strikes now on Parker Hoff. Again, Uniontown will have Hinsey, Myers, and Bartok due up in the top of the 7th out of their final 3 outs, down 2 runs. Bartok trying to finish off Hoff. Misses there on the 0-2. Count now at 1-2. I have to thank Matt Sapienza again behind the camera. Pulling duty today on short notice, filling in for Carl Chouts. And Carl, if you're watching again, we hope you're feeling better. 1-2 on the way, another one. Popped foul there from Hoff. Count remains 1-2. Again, we'll have both Mustang games for you against Ringgold next week. We'll also have Uniontown's game Tuesday at home against Elizabeth Forward for you. Wrapping up the final week of the high school baseball regular season for 2025. That ball low and in the dirt, little one-hopper. Runners will advance for the Mustangs. D'Amico down to third, Gallick into second. A base hit here could score 2 on the Laurel Highlands side from Hoff. Again, has already had a productive afternoon at the plate. Has to be licking his chops in this situation. This pitch on the way, high and outside. Have to say hello to our buddy Ed Walensky from Sandy Howe Notary Services this afternoon. He's grown out a barbecue. Watching our game this afternoon. Hello to Ed Walensky. He's open late for all your notary needs as well at Sandy Howe Notary Services. This pitch on the way, and Parker Hoff will pick up another couple of RBIs. This is a gap shot to right center field. The relay coming in and sliding into second safely is Hoff after the relay from Kramer. And it's a 2 RBI double for Parker Hoff. Driving in Connor D'Amico and Andrew Gallick. Second run scored of this game for D'Amico. And the lead now up to 4-0 for Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. And Aiden Milsom back into the game at the plate. Take the first pitch here for strike 1. Milsom in his lone plate appearance popped up the center field back in the first inning, swinging at a 3-0 pitch. Trying to redeem himself here with Hoff on second. And the Mustangs already with a pretty good cushion now, up 4-0 in this game. Now time called. Again, our video stream, courtesy of South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott, Beagley Tree of Somerset, and attorney Vince Teaberry. Next pitch here to Milsom with Bartok taking his time. Now Bartok stepping off. Other games in the conference today, Albert Gallatin at Bell Vernon, West Mifflin at Elizabeth Forward. That's a big showdown game atop the conference. And Milsom, a swing and a miss, will allow Hoff to advance down to third. Titans coming in 8-0 in the conference. Elizabeth Forward 7-1. Bell Vernon at 6-2. Ringgold at 5-5. They have the tiebreaker for the final playoff spot in the conference, sweeping the season series over Albert Gallatin, who holds down 5th place at 4-6. All 4 Colonials wins came over Laurel Highlands and Uniontown as AG swept the season series with the other 2 Fayette County schools in Section 2 and 4A. So now you have Hoff down at third. 2 runs already across here in the inning, and Milsom sending this one into shallow center. Charging and getting, though, is Braden Hinsey for the final out of the inning. So the Mustangs tack 2 more on. We played 6. Now 4-0. Laurel Highlands over Uniontown here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Voted best in Fayette for auto body repair. Family owned and operated for 61 years, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly, waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. To bring your vehicle over to Silva, call 724-437-2351. Now, Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check out their website at TargetSafetySolutionsLLC.com. Ted Silva, proud to support local high school sports.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Coming back quickly here, top of the seventh, count already at 1-1 to Braden Hinsey. Jack John still on the mound for Laurel Highlands, looking for the complete game shutout for the Mustangs this afternoon. His first win of the year on the mound, and there's a ground ball to short. Parker Hoff throw over to first in time to Vecchiola to retire Hinsey 6-3 for the first out of this top half of the seventh. Now Chandler Myers coming to the plate. Myers grounded out 4-3 back in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the fourth. Myers came into the game with a .333 average. As the Red Raiders trying to break up the Mustangs' shutout bid. Uniontown also trying to avoid being shut out in their third straight game after getting blanked in both games last week against Ringgold. And Myers, grounder there to third. Noah Lyon back over at third, makes the throw over to first to Vecchiola to retire Myers 5-3. The Mustangs went back to their original lineup in the field here for the seventh inning. Nick Crouch back in left, Aiden Milsom in right, and Noah Lyon back at third base. So if head coach Mike Smith was trying to send a message, I think he sent that message, and the players listened, and now they're back in the field in their normal starting spots. Uniontown down to their final outs. It's Caleb Bartok at the plate. He takes strike one from Jack Johns. Bartok 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the second, hit into a double play in the fourth inning. Check swing there. Ruling is he did not go. The count even at 1-1. Again, a 4-0 lead for Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. Our Raiders down to their final out. And Bartok here. Is that going to be a fair ball? It is a fair ball down the third base line. They're going to hold Bartok at first. So Uniontown a little life. Here in the top of the seventh inning, a single from Caleb Bartok. Now Shane Kelly coming to the plate. Kelly 0 for 2 today. We'll get a courtesy runner here for the pitcher Bartok.
On to run for the pitcher Bartok. Number 20, Cam Colt.
It's going to be Cam Colt running here for Bartok. So Culp in as the courtesy runner, and a swing and a miss with Shane Kelly at the plate. And Kelly 0 for 2, flew out to center field back in the, flew out to left field back in the second inning, flew out to center field in the fifth. Again, Culp running for Bartok over at first. Red Raiders down 4-0. Little one-hopper there from Johns to the plate, allowing Culp to get down in a scoring position at second. Counts even at 1-1. Here to Shane Kelly, who came into the game with a .286 average and 2 RBIs. Mustangs really shouldn't worry too much about Culp over at second, up 4-0. Just get the out here at the plate. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that one nubbed foul on the left side there from Kelly, taking the count to 1-2, and the Mustangs a strike away from ending this game. And we mentioned earlier the last Laurel Highlands Conference win came almost 2 years ago against Uniontown. Final game of the 2023 regular season. 2-strike pitch on the way, and this ball grounded to third. Lyon is there, throw over to first on time to Vecchiola to retire Kelly. 5-3 to end this game. So the Mustangs pick up their first conference win of the year and in almost 2 years with a 4-0 win over the Uniontown Red Raiders. Back to tell you all about it right after this with the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
For 20 years, Beagley Tree of Somerset has been providing premier land management services across the region. Beagley can do it all. They offer a wide array of services, including vegetation control, right-of-way restoration, land clearing, building demolition, erosion and sediment control, access road installation, and a whole lot more. For more info, visit BeagleyTree.com. That's BeeGhly tree.com. Or call them today at 814-444-TREE. Beagley Tree, construction support services done right.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
Busy day? Feeling unwell? Don't feel like driving, but need your prescriptions? No worries. Farmana Pharmacy delivers to your home or workplace for free. Stay comfy at home or focused at work. Farmana Pharmacy delivers Monday through Friday, so you don't have to worry about picking up your prescriptions. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Phone 724-626-9600 or visit farmanapharmacy.com. Farmana Pharmacy. Prescription care and convenience delivered.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Hi, it's attorney Rob Harper from Radcliffe Martin Law. As some of you may know, I served as a public defender for 3 years and an assistant district attorney for 7 years right here in Fayette County. I'm now using that experience to represent people accused of crimes. So if you find yourself in that unfortunate situation and need someone who knows how things are done on both sides of the courtroom, give me a call and see if we can put my expertise to work for you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
Place I go, home, warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Spring and home improvement season is here. Planning a home improvement project with your tax refund? Home Warehouse, once again voted best in Fayette for windows and home improvements, is the place to go for all your home exterior needs. They know how to make your house a happy home with beautiful new siding, shutters, soffit and fascia, and railing, plus windows, doors, and storm doors, roofing shingles, metal and rubber roofing, as well as flooring with pellets. And Home Warehouse also carries Whitetail Supreme deer feed and mineral blocks. So for selection, great prices, and hometown service, see Sandy and Donnie at Home Warehouse, Connellsville Street in Uniontown. Shop Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, Saturday, 8 to noon, closed Sunday and holidays.
Home, warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Brian Morozek back wrapping things up here from Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. And our postgame show being brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy, located between Uniontown and Connellsville in the Health First Medical Building. Laurel Highlands picking up a 4-0 win over the Uniontown Red Raiders. A complete game shutout for Jack Johns on the mound, improving his record to 1-2 on the season. He struck out only 2 this afternoon, gave up only 4 hits. And the Mustangs 4-0 win. Looking at some of the game highlights on the Laurel Highlands side, the Mustangs scoring their first run of the game in the bottom of the 3rd inning with the bases loaded. Noah Lyon was hit by a pitch, scoring Connor D'Amico. Made it 1-0 Laurel Highlands. Then in the 5th inning, a solo home run from Parker Hoff to increase the Mustangs' lead to 2-0. Then Hoff coming through again in the 6th inning, after Connor D'Amico and Andrew Gallick picked up base hits and singles for Laurel Highlands. Hoff with a 2 RBI double, driving in both D'Amico and Gallick to increase the Mustang lead to 4-0. So Hoff finishes the game with a home run and 3 RBIs. and will end up with a double along with that home run, and probably his best game at the plate so far this season. Again, on the Uniontown side, they're held to just 4 hits, a single from Elam Martin in the first. Martin also a hit in the fourth. Braden Hinsey also picked up a hit in the fourth, and Caleb Bartok with that single in the 7th inning. The Red Raiders victimized in the first after Luke Resch got on via an error and Martin singled. Braden Hinsey hit into a 4-6-3 double play. Uniontown also with 2 on in the 4th inning with 1 out, and Caleb Bartok hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Didn't allow the Red Raiders to really sustain any momentum in either one of those situations. Again, Laurel Highlands picking up their first conference win since they knocked off Uniontown in May of 2023 in the final regular season game. Uniontown remains winless in conference play so far this season. We'll preview tomorrow's game, and we'll wrap things up here from Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School in just a moment. Again, your final score, Laurel Highlands 4, Uniontown nothing.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Dominic, let's get these listeners the big news. We are happy to announce that Ford is offering employee pricing for everybody. That's right, you pay what a Ford employee pays and not a penny more. From America, for America.
Hey, John, does a customer still get the incentives on the vehicle?
Dominic, they absolutely do. Any additional incentives on that vehicle are passed directly to the consumer.
Now, that is a heck of a deal, and I'm glad we have a wide selection of new units on the ground and ready for delivery. John, speaking of inventory, we have over 60 pre-owned vehicles, and they are looking for some new owners. Most are certified with great rates and factory warranty.
Just a reminder, we still offer online maintenance appointments, mobile service, and our very popular pickup and delivery service. Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, or check us out at 40uniontown.com. Employee pricing excluded on 2025 Super Duty, 2025 Expedition, and any specialty vehicles.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Back wrapping things up here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs a 4-0 win over the Uniontown Red Raiders. Again, these two teams back at it tomorrow, 6:45. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, weather permitting, from Bailey Park. First pitch set for 7 o'clock. Again, I have to thank Matt Sapienza for pinch hitting for Carl Childs today. We hope Carl's doing better and hope to have him back at the ballpark tomorrow. I'll be there in some capacity, either behind the camera or on the air, as we bring you the Red Raiders and the Mustangs again tomorrow, 7 o'clock start from Bailey Park. Thanks again to Matt Sapienza and Jason Taylor for their help this afternoon. Nick Barczyk and TJ DeStefano back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. This is Brian Morozak, and have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score from Landman Field here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs 4 and the Uniontown Red Raiders nothing. So long, everybody, from Laurel Highlands High School.